Gamers, we're back. It's Bazaar spring. It's Sopranos summer. It's I just had a ranked game on stream where I got 10 wins. You're not gonna believe me? You can go look it up. I'm probably gonna call it like the Depthler because I had Depth Charge, which is an incredible item. I started with Shielded Illusory, which is not that good, but became an interesting sort of enabler. So it's time to suck, is what I'm trying to say. Deadly Pop Snappers is a joke. Fiery Vanessa's Amulet. I mean, Vanessa's Amulet, best item. Shielded Narwhal with Shark Claws, though, could become like kind of a one-stop shop offense and defensive solution. I got some new tips I'm ready to put into the ecosystem, by the way. We just like Zoracid. I'm not a big Mantis Shrimp guy just because the time it takes to actually go off is insane, even if there is a synergy. When this gains haste, which it could... Okay, there's something to this. You would obviously give this a buff, but I think poison is really strong right now. Source, I made it up. I know what you're gonna... Well, would we rather have more haste on the jellyfish or this going off slightly more frequently? I don't think it really matters. I think this going off slightly more frequently is probably better than a little extra haste, but I could be wrong. We wouldn't mind getting a lighter, because a lighter and a Zoracid can like bootstrap each other. But we got something going on here. You guys think I should start pointing like Polly Walnuts? You know what I'm talking about? I've been watching The Sopranos. I don't know if I mentioned that. I've been watching The Sopranos. Little known show called The Sopranos. He's always going like, hey, Tone. He's always saying stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? I don't have anything else to say to you. Pardon me. Give me non-weapon items. We got some more meat on the bone here. Don't really care for more piranhas. I don't think we really care for a seashell. We want one of these fellas right here, I think. You're interesting enough to make the party, I think. I understand as well that you would charge this. So actually, you might be the kind of stud I'm looking for today. You might be the kind of stud I'm looking for today. Because here's my thinking, okay? Place it, buy it, place it. Pop Snappers, please let me move this stuff. Pop Snappers goes off, charges. Goes off, charges. Goes off, charges. More and more haste on the catfish, pardon me. We're off to the races. We go XP because we got a friend. That allows us to get to level 3 by day 2, as a helpful chatter told me today. And let's see what we got going on against the return of the Mac. Top of the world. I want to see no poison. That's 2 poisons. But they're fairly slow. We got our own poison, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I don't know if I've made that abundantly clear. They got some heat on me. I think there's no doubt that they got some heat on me. But I got some heat on them, man. I got them right where I want them, to be honest with you. They're going down. It's going down for real, Pitbull. Pardon me. Now, I think long term, we're still going to want to do something with that Narwhal. Or transform it, maybe, because it hasn't been upgraded at all. I would happily give you 2 more burn for the time being. I don't know if burn is going to be a theme on the run, but as of day 1, I feel like we've done okay for ourselves. Let's go Mountain Pass. Let's get that XP grinded, man. Income's always tempting too, of course. But and then I'm like, well, now the jellyfish makes more sense because we can get it like triple hasted, and you can triple stamp a double stamp. You can triple stamp a double stamp. I would love for you. I know income's tempting, man, but this could be anything. It could even be a straight upgrade over our other Illusory. Could have run double Illusories too, which might have been interesting. I feel like I have to be honest with you, man. I feel like I gotta XP max and not worry about, like, not tunnel vision on getting Shadow Cloak. If I could guarantee that I would get Shadow Cloak, I would fight the Covetous Thief every time. But the sad chance of just running into something like Concealed Dagger means I don't know, I just can't bring myself to do it. Now this is it's a dangerous situation. We got more than enough poison, but temporarily it did feel a little bit dangerous. I'm not going to deny that. We made it work. What do we want? Maybe a golden scrap to sell into a transformed narwhal? I think barbed wire is probably going straight to the scrap heap. You know what? We're XP maxing to the extreme. This might be my renaissance, man. This is my design. Now, let me just see what we got here. Because we got me, you, and you. I really don't see you guys making a big difference. The gold is nice, but I'm going to take bronze tier item and hope it's something that can fit on the board. You know, the order matters. I think it's pretty bad. I think that's not good. What about a haste item? That seems really good. Haste adjacents. Let's add 1 extra second of haste on the Zora Acid. And we'll put these out here. Go up against Lima TV. Maya he Luma ho. I can't hit that second note. Luma ho. Luma ha ha. Could have been better, could have been worse. They got an interesting thing going here with Shielded Piranha. I don't know how to feel about this. I feel pretty good, but neither of us have really, like, much defense. Who's got better offense? I gotta be honest, looking at our health bars, it seems pretty close. Eep! We take those. That was tight, though. That was close. I'm happy to be on 2 wins. I think that's a proof positive. We need our run to get better. Quick. Real quick, if possible. This is exactly what I want to see. A small burn item would be nice, too. Dude, I'm going small burn, actually. We can transform you on a later day. Mantis Shrimp actually has, like... It has merit, dude. Because when you slow, this gets stronger. We don't necessarily need it to go off super quickly. So it will get extra ammo, and of course it can charge as well. The question is, can we beat Eccentric Ether right? I don't know, because the skill is amazing. I think I got to take it a little easy and just go Street Gamer today. I think Ether right might have rinsed us. I'm trying to think, is there anything here I'd even like? Small item heal 5 might be okay. Our whole board is just small items right now. Mantis Shrimp, he packs a little punch, man. He packs a little, well, a very little punch, apparently. I should definitely have Narwhal out there over the barbed wire with no shield. That's one that the critics are going to be calling that one a bust. But this is all in flux right now while we wait anyway. Yo-Yo always makes for some interesting setups, but nah, it's fine. I have to admit. Let's take the Tyrant's whole kingdom, guys! Okay, so blue piggles are gonna go. I'm not that fella, to be honest with you. And the upgrade is going to be... Catfish is interesting, but Zora Acid, a little bit more flexible. You should be up to 3 seconds, right? 3 seconds of haste is kind of crazy. Then I would go straight up. Catfish. Then we really need to go to a store, because we've got 26 gold burning a hole in our pocket on day 3, which is kind of staggering.
Welcome in, hon. What can I get you?
And there's some stuff, man. I mean, volcanic vents. It slides right in, so you don't even have to think about it too much. Reload adjacent ammo items. And when one of your items runs out of ammo, charge this 1 second. I mean, like, you don't have to be here. You could then go. You would then, in this situation, just be better, I think. And your burn items have +1 burn. Your leftmost item has even more burn. I don't feel like this is as much better as yesterday's run as I needed to be confident, but I do feel like the themes are coalescing. We need some way to either have our stuff go off faster to kill enemies quicker, or we need some form of sustain, which we do not have. But I will say, burn versus a shield build, to me, seems like we might be okay, but this first hit might stink a little bit. And to be fair, it does depend on the quality of their shield as well, but we're doing some serious work here. Yeah, I mean, that's just, honestly, I don't think our build is necessarily incredible. That's just a really favorable matchup. We lose against weapon builds that go fast, I think. But those, I was going to say those are kind of out of fashion, but I don't think that's true. We also probably lose to just about anything Dooley can offer, but huge. Love it, man. Love it. Pop Snapper's been drinking it for years. I want medium items to try to get a depth charge. I don't know if it can show up this early. When you slow charge this 2 seconds, kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. You're a friend. You're also a friend. I'm just thinking about how I can rework this. Because, like, you're not that good. I could go, like... I could go, like, and then cut you, even though I upgraded you, and rock you. We really need the, if we're going to do it, it has to be a package deal. You see what I'm saying here? But you're gone. I don't even know where you came from. You're gone. We have something that solves your problem. So let's just see what you got on offer here. When you use another relic or enchanted, charge this 2 seconds. Not what we're looking for, but not disrespectful. I guess it's more of a Mac item, right? Up by the world. I think we can take Hellbilly. This will be a good test. The thing is, we want you to be hasted like crazy. Which is going to happen due to our burn. The run starts a little slower, for sure. But then once the slows start to come out, the anglerfish is going to apply quite a lot of burn, which is then going to charge Zor Acid, which is going to haste Volcanic Vents, which is going to charge Zor Acid, which is going to charge Illusoray. We could put a reasonable amount of burn on you pretty quickly, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. I didn't even look at the items this guy had on offer, dude. Burn skills, burn skills. First 3 times you use your rightmost item, charge a slowing item. When you slow, your weapons gain 2 damage. Interesting. I think this is what we want, though. And the idea, I think, is you just...
But it's beautiful.
Are you a friend? You are a friend, man. So now you go off the fastest. First 3 times you go off, you'll charge Illusoray, which is really good. That's like that's part of the end. The first 6 times you go off, which I don't even know if that's going to happen. And then you're going to give me XP and gold. I'm always scared of a dually, don't get me wrong. I think we got a good thing going. What we're looking for is a Mandala to transform the Narwhal, but it is bronze, so the odds of it being incredible might be kind of low. Hasted Power Drill is... That seems, like, really good. That seems kind of devastating. Also, how is your HP so high, man? Dooley, dooley, dooley. Some things never change, man. We were outclassed, to be honest with you, but I've still got a lot of hope. I think this is still a good run. I would happily fight a monster. We don't get spare loot, yeah. You might want to just transform the gold med kit in the hopes that it becomes something outstanding. Something, as Incubus would say, something stellar. Something like a, meet me in, you know when he doubles his own voice to harmonize with himself? In outer space, I will hold you close. If you're afraid to face. You know what I'm talking about? I can't sing the rest. It's a little NC-17. I really wanted the skill, man. There's a lot of feast and famine going on with that fella right there. I don't trust you guys anymore. This is now a burn build. The theme is burn. Cinders. Ammo. Ammo doesn't seem super necessary to burn right away. I'd rather pop it on like a depth charge or something. You have friend synergy. You have good skills though, man. But I think you've got the most XP and you've got friend synergy. You got crypto, you got, I mean, first Aiden might have a place here. I don't know. Bomb Squad, I doubt it has a place, even though it's got some of the themes that we're kind of looking for. How about Charcoal? When you use another friend, this gains 2 burn for the fight. Interesting idea. I do want to take stock and lock of the situation, and maybe I'll have 2 smoking barrels while I'm at it now that it's legal. Just want to see, you're underwhelming. You're a little underwhelming. Given the spots that I'm giving to you, you guys are a little underwhelming. You're a stud. You're doing okay considering you're a small. That's easy, at least. Easy to understand, unlike it in real life. Okay, aquatic items. This, I think, is where you have to decide something. And I think the truth of the matter, slow an item, when your enemy uses an item, charge this. I think, I think we can get away with a cut and a cut. You are a friend as well. And then this is like a burn slow build. So you already know what I'm about to say. At some point, a lighthouse may show up and the whole system's on trial. Water wheels or acid also feel like they would work really well together. So if you'll give me just a brief moment. You're done. You go from 0 to 20, so I'm going to hold. I'm selling my enchanted item. I'm burning the boats. I'm getting rid of Ramrod. We can find something better for this spot later if we have to. Pardon me. And I'm gonna hold water wheel in our pocket just for a possible pivot later. Now here I would love to take my guaranteed level.
Now this is how you win.
And then I think you upgrade. You know what? I'm sorry to say it. I gotta go to How Bazaar. I don't want to do it, but I gotta go to How Bazaar. Eels gets better charge. It gets better charge, which is huge. Darkwater anglerfish gets more burn. So in that situation, we go more charge. Because more charge equals more slow equals more burn. And we still have no sustain. And also, eels should be on the right of pop snappers so that eels can, when they go off 6 times, it'll charge a slow item. Yeah, okay. This is like, you look like a good build, don't get me wrong, but you also look like NPC pig. I don't mean that as an insult. I just mean it's kind of like the items you have, I feel like I'm fighting retiree or something. Retiree, retire. You know what I'm talking about? Retire, ha. Retire, ha, ha. Hello? Salute. You're talking to the wrong guy if you want to know all the lyrics. That's an Apollo classic. Okay, so far, 4-1 on day 5. Feeling good, man. Eating good in the neighborhood. Taking my XP, trying to be the first dude on the block to get to level 10. Don't need more poison. I'll sell you at 16. I could live with that. And you know what? Go ahead, take the ammo. Maybe we want to rework it for depth charge. With depth charge, we need like a Yeti crab too. There's a few moving parts involved.
No sale.
Huge. Of course, I'm also hoping to get volcanic vents, which has been doing some work. By the way, you should be here. You're kind of a stud too, though. Interesting. I'm gonna buy you and put you in the bag, bro, because I think you could actually be the burst damage that could be a nice compliment to this run. Infernal. I'm seeing what he does. Infernal. Your leftmost and right. Like, you gotta kill fast for this. You know what? Send it. Give it a try. I don't need to run it through an AI tool, figure out if I can beat this guy. Let's figure it out on the fly. What if you lose? Then we lose, brother. If we lose, then we lose. But if we win, oh, then we've won. You're gonna need to slow down that Infernal Greatsword a little bit. We're not gonna win, and that's okay, all right? We made a lot of gold off that. I'm not even sweating it. Plus, we know what to do next time to own him. Watch out. That's what I'm saying to you. Watch out. Might end up with some concrete slippers. They haven't done that in the show yet, but you never know, right?
Where shall we start?
I mean, Shielded Pearl's kind of crazy. It's nice to get an enchanted. It's like, I'm looking a gift horse in the mouth, don't get me wrong. You're a small friend. When you use an adjacent friend, haste this too. So you'd be hasted forever. You would be hasted forever. 6 seconds, 4 seconds. You'd basically go off for 6 burn every. The first one would be slow though. I'm going one step deeper. I gotta know. I gotta know what you got. When you burn, charge this 2 seconds. Haste your other items for once. I don't think this is good enough. Although the regen's kind of funny. We take too much away, right? Although it haste your other items 1 second. No. We're going one deeper. This might ruin my life. The palanquin. Obviously, we're going one deeper. I mean, you're out of your mind if you don't think I'm going one deeper than that. All right, well, you're done, bud. It's an easy decision. You take giant ice club.
Magnificent find.
And you probably just sell it. You could transform it. But you know what, man? Mandala. Transform it, just see what you get. Sub. Not what we're looking for. Now I sell it. We put eels back on the board. Now we know. A Vanessa that's doing okay. If I may be so bold. How much damage do you do? 20? 30% of an enemy's max health and destroy it.
We're out to dethrone a king.
It's a tough call. I'll admit, we're in between the two different builds here. I'm thinking like if you go fast, we want this to come out. If you don't go fast, we don't want it to come out. They're basically, like if you mashed our builds together, I think we've got a great build. But you can't mash them together, that's the thing. You can't mash them together, you gotta roll them as is. I honestly thought you were gonna do something. Because your stats were pretty good. I didn't realize. I'm sorry. We went too hard. There was no need for that. But the barrel getting better is going to be sick. How about haste and charge, man? Got to get me some haste and charge. First time you use a large, haste 2 items. Yeah, man. We use a large pretty much like a second and a half into the fight. And you can only upgrade a bronze. Truth be told, it gains enough burn that I feel like I would be ammo item maybe could be depth charge, but we're not a depth charge build really. It's a great item. We could build around it if we got it. It's tough. It's a tough decision. I think you get this in case you get depth charge, but now I got too much stuff in the bag, man. And I like Boulder, but I usually save it for runs that are like non-viable. Where we need to pivot. This one seems like it might be semi-viable. On this one, I think we want to stack more burn. You really think... I don't think we could take Corsair. I don't even know if we can take Ghost Pepper, but we got to give it a try, because when you burn, gain 6 regen would be so crazy. Seeing that wall of orange is kind of freaking me out, for sure. The slows will be really helpful, I think, though. I don't know. I mean, they got a lot of burn on them. They got a lot of regen. I got more burn on me, but no regen. Less burn, but no regen. We own you is the thing. That's the most important thing. The skills are so good. The skills are so good. The skills are so amazing. Not good enough. This is not. Yeah, it doesn't pass the test. Let's put it that way. Do we have a transformation we'd even care for? I think at this point we gotta embrace that this is how we're rolling for now. Give me a small tool. Lighter is a 3-second charge, man. That's alright, I wasn't trying to like analyze my board or anything. Sorry, it wasn't like there was maintenance that took the game down today to fix this very I don't know, maybe it wasn't this problem. Maybe it was a different problem that I've never encountered before. Maybe it's a hard problem to fix because you got lots of people all trying to jam themselves into the game right now. I don't know, but it's getting a little crazy. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm just thinking about like what this build is going to look like if I want to get Lighthouse. And the question might be like, do I even want to get Lighthouse? I don't know, man. We do have a burn. We do have a slow. Pardon me. And we do have a freeze. No, we don't have a freeze, obviously. The question, I guess, is like, is it worth pulling you to, or you? You're going to go off more often. You have more burn, obviously. Put you out there for 7 times. No. Not even close, man. 7. Well, we could. We don't freeze enough to put Yeti Crab out there. We could have put. No. Barrel. You need to wait. If we get a gold or even better a diamond barrel, that's a different story. But so they got their own Zor Acid. It's a hasted build that tries to stay alive with a big seaweed. It'd be nice to slow that seaweed right down. Because it is going to heal a lot. We're going to put a lot of burn on them. Seaweed is so good, but it's just unreliable if you can't get it going off quickly. So I think we got a little bit... We got off easy on that one. They got some skills too, man.
Let's take the tyrant's whole kingdom.
I think she's girl bossing and I'm here for it. Get the engine going 4% faster. Sounds nice for me, man. Sounds hunky-dory is what I would say. I don't think you're ever making it. I'll take 9 regen. I don't know what tools I could possibly want. Oh, maybe that one. You know what, buddy? What do you say we take the Tyrant's whole kingdom while we're here? It's the type of stuff I'm talking about. I wouldn't mind an engine that generates gold aquatics. And honestly, I think that's where we're at right now. That's our new inventory. We got to keep a little bit of space for, you know, just to stay Marie Kondo. The barrel needs upgrades to really get out there and pop. When you slow charge an item, oh my god, the skill would be so insane, man. When you slow charge an item 1 second, all I do is slow. And burn, I guess. But mostly, and a little haste, I suppose, but mostly slow and burn. It's like the Itchy and Scratchy show. They slow and burn, and slow and burn. Amber's kind of interesting in that it's the color of your energy or whatever, but I just don't think that it's what we're angling towards, pun intended, suppose. We're about to level. You think, man, like enchanted eel? I'm gonna say diamond item. Something, I was gonna say something to transform, but that's obviously not gonna happen. A slower. Okay. I think I have an obligation to add more slows. And I think the funny one, because we could make you slow longer, and you would have triple the slows, which would actually be 6 seconds to charge. But every time you go off, slowing, and then charging. No. Okay, it's got to be the multicaster. Just so that you get to go off more often. And now the build is like, this is the build. Because every single piece bears the load of another piece's piece. You know what I mean? Question is, do you cut lighter to run amber? You would slow an item for 3 seconds. You'd slow one item for 3 seconds. You'd slow 2 items for 3 seconds. We'd have less burn, but more slow would give us more. I'm gonna leave it as is for now. Voted donut.
I'm a bit of a legend.
And we're still not running barrel, but like again, it's in the pocket just in case. Unless I sold it, in which case it's not in the pocket. They got their own Zor Acid. They're a burn build as well. Okay, healing lighter is devastating, man. We need to slow that lighter way down as soon as possible. Oh my god, it's not plausible. It just happened, man. There's something to this build. There's something to this build. I don't think you can fit a lighthouse on the board anymore, though. I mean, gold cinders is a pretty big pull here. You always got to see what you get out of the fishing rod, I suppose. Mantis shrimp is like, it is begging to be a part of the run, and it's not going to happen. I just don't think it's fast enough. It looks cool. Like, when you read it, you're like, oh, that looks awesome. I'm just not sure it actually is any good. Water wheel tempted. You gotta remember, you gotta, oh, dude. Tripwire is what we want more than eels. Which allows us to then put Amber out there. When an enemy uses an item, slow it for 2 seconds, plus you also slow. Which charges you faster. Which charges you faster. Can I hit you with something? We do have one weapon. I don't think this is the way it should go. But it's kind of a funny idea. If we were to get the skill that gives us increased damage but a much worse cooldown, I don't think it's good for us in the slightest now that I think about it. I also think we're guaranteed to die because we have no shield. It's a race. It's a race, and I'm winning! I kind of don't believe it, but we did it, man.
Every shadow.
Best thing for us may honestly just be disguise. Kind of a crazy win, though. Conventional wisdom would have said, don't do that. What a fun run, man. They're Frozen 2 posting. I mean, Iceberg is always interesting, but it's just, you can't shove it into, this is like an immaculately constructed album, and you're like, yeah, but they should have had good vibrations on it. Listen, buddy, just put the pet sounds in the bag. With 32 gold, we definitely don't want to be cheap. Let's go to the shop so we can actually roll. I mean, you're a stud. You're an amazing item, and you guys go great together. But I'm not reworking the whole run just to make that happen. First 5 times you use an First 5 times you use an aquatic, haste a weapon. I can live with that. I can live with the Zor acid that goes off faster.
My fight isn't with you.
South Carolina deadhead.
I may be young,
Sitting on the Eiffel
but I've seen
Tower.
my share of storms.
Ooh, you been a naughty girl, you let your face grow long. Everybody's on the same type of run as me today, man. I mean, you're gonna slow, but can you slow as much as I slow? My golden tripwire, I think, is gonna put you in a bit of a bind. You do have that lighthouse, don't get me wrong. Me discussing the Robert Eggers filmography. It honestly wasn't even close, and your stats were pretty good. Makes me think we're in a pretty good spot. We got a dream enchantment for the volcanic vents, that's for sure. Lots of good loot here, too. And golden cinders is something. Golden cinders is something. I do feel like just 4%, everything going 4% faster is also pretty solid. I don't know if you could go wrong with that one. I will say, we're not busting the eels back out there. I mean, maybe I guess eels and tripwire could do something, but I think we're playing a different game. We're overpaying for chocolate to build up our HP as high as possible because we have no defense. Well, slow is our only defense. We have no direct defense. I don't think there's anything you could really give me. I guess prestige would be okay. Plus, it sells for a lot. And of course, if you get the spaceship, it sells for a ton. I almost feel like if your spaceship ever goes off, it just means you die. Because as soon as you use it, you use every item, which means that tripwire goes off once for every item, which means that we're going to be using darkwater anglerfish nonstop. And skill's always good. That's not so much, but that's okay.
Now this is how you win a war.
3 regen. Can't imagine that's too material at this stage of the game, but 61 gold.
Make deals, not war.
Trying to think of what we need. I mean, there's the obvious answer. We need upgrades on these items. But that's about it. I honestly don't think the burn matters that much. I think We'd be better off trying to, like, fish for either an upgrade to give us extra burn. Now that I think about it, it sounds pretty dumb. Now that I think about it, that doesn't sound smart at all. Okay. But hey, if you got too much money, the tropical island always feels good, right? You're like, I'm improving my prospects like 9 times a day or something. 6 times a day, maybe. Shipwreck aquatic. With the, oh, wow. Yo, you're laughing. I'm like, well, everybody's having a good time. That was nasty. What you just did to me was nasty. Is it possible for the mirror match to be a counter pick? Like, that doesn't seem to make sense, and yet here we are. Right, I got prospects, man. I got a chance to get to 10 wins. I do think we want. We don't need more haste. You're a little bit extra burn. You're extra burn. You're extra slow. I still feel like you're not extra slow. I mean, you get extra slow, but you don't apply extra slow to everything. Slowing an item for 3 seconds every time an item gets used is pretty disgusting, I think.
You have to ask the price. You can't afford it.
And even like Clamor is kind of tempting. But I think you're important. Maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know, okay? I've lost some confidence, but I think it's just because we went against like an incredible opponent last time. I don't think Pendulum really helps us here, right? If we were to get Pendulum, use an adjacent item, charge another item. Like, I think our board is kind of set. A lot of it's up to, like, the match-minding algorithm right now. Ooh. Scary thought. Scary thought indeed. Luckily, we don't have to worry about all that. What we do have to worry about at all times is this. You sell mediums, so I gotta take a peek.
I mean, welcome to my business.
First, I don't remember if this... It's not a big deal, but it is a big deal. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not leaving us at risk of mortal wounds. It's not ruining the game, but it's a death by 1,000 paper cuts here. It's getting a little crazy. You guys all need to stop playing so that I can play, is what I'm trying to say. It's got to be non-weapon items. We got lots of those. Adjacent friend or property. I mean, this is actually kind of gas. You're gonna laugh. I'm gonna do it, man. Because isn't it? It adds one extra second of slow. So we're gonna slow one item for 4 seconds times 3 every. Okay, I think that's good, man. Slow skills. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry, does this say the slow 6 items for 2 seconds? I don't think we need that, but that's tempting. And I just don't think the 3 extra on you are going to matter. When you slow, your weapons gain 6 damage. The crit chance is interesting, too. I think when you slow, your weapons gain 6 damage might make Zor Acid less anemic. But I am fully aware of the fact that we're likely to be on the bubble after this, or at least it's plausible for us to be on the bubble. But they got a lot of items, which means we could slow them. But they do have an icy catfish and the shiny catfish. What is then? Oh my god, this is scary. This is scary, man. I got a ton of burn on you, which is sick. I got a staggering amount of slow on you, which is awesome. But all your stuff's about to go off again. No, I think we rinse you, man. No, we don't, because your seaweed is crazy. We rinse you. Okay. Okay. It got a little... Some people out there got a little scared, but not me. Buddy, you got 216 gold in your pocket. It's time to spend it, okay? Just a little tip from one winner to another. Okay, what do you got for me? You are the weakest link. Goodbye. I'm going to take 14 regen just to give ourselves a way forward. I'm going to take a free item because we're not exactly overloaded with money. I feel like we're going to run into trouble against the Frost Street champion. So I'll take Property Baron. If one of the wolves is the most satisfying guy to fight as Vanessa, I feel like this guy is the least satisfying person to fight as Vanessa. It's like relatively easy to die against the Property Baron. A dearth of loot that actually has a material impact in the positive direction on Vanessa builds. Not to be rude or whatever. I can live with that. I can live with that because it's a lot of gold. Best event incoming. Same thing, 4%. And these 4% are adding up. Actually, they're kind of adding down because, like, as the numbers get smaller, 4% of them is even smaller than that. But it's one day we're going to be at 0. That's the important part. I don't really know. Are you the stud? I think you're the stud, right? You're the star of the show. Gumballs just don't make any sense here. You. Diamond slow. So we have 15 seconds of slow coming out if you get a chance to go during combat. And I really hope you do. Rick the Prodigy. And we're only 3 levels away from getting another enchantment, right? Oh, we're only 1 loss away from getting another enchantment. I didn't even think about that. Turbo Ice Cream seems pretty dangerous. With Cold Room, when you freeze, this gets more shield. How'd you get 2,000 shield already? What's going on here? Alright then, on your bike. Full freeze build. Holy cow, man. Holy cow. I gotta respect the pig that's making it work in the current climate. I no disrespect there. I mean, I think it's kind of a given. Burn is our win condition. Admittedly, this would apply a lot of burn, which would actually... Because I could double your burn, which is nice, but instead, dude, I could have you apply more burn, which charges you more.
My people need me.
Which does more... It's a tough call, okay? People make mistakes under duress. I'm going to go ahead and say, at 6,000 HP, we would be relatively content adding 5% of our HP for the day in that event. I'm going to go ahead and say with 50 gold, we feel okay buying 5 chocolate bars, just trying to extend the run a little bit. Now, I don't really know what you have going for you. As long as our engine can get started, though, I feel like we probably rinse you. But it does take it takes a minute to get going. Can I just say it? Zor Acid was actually doing some serious work. Because every time we slow, it gains damage. Right? Yeah, every time we slow, it gains 6 damage. It was doing like 200 damage. I really should have looked at the recap. The heck do you upgrade, man? We don't need more haste. There's really like nothing to upgrade. More burn or longer slow? I guess more burn, even if it's relatively meager, makes more sense than like slightly longer slows. Small weapon? Oh! Dude. That's crazy. Please give me enough to level up. Oh. Okay, a Vanessa in a very similar looking situation. Well, no matter what, I had a great run. You know, 9 wins. Little different than weapon spam, little different than one weapon, little different than poison. We did run into a lot of burn builds. Elemental depth charge is a devastating item, man. All I can hope for is that this does not go off super fast. Like, we got a chance to put out some slows. I appreciate and respect that. Tripwire's doing some incredible work. We're gonna lose, but I think we put out a nice attempt there. And considering it's unranked, 9 wins is actually better than 10 wins. Because when you get 10 wins in unranked, you're like, oh, if I was in ranked, that would have been chess. But in unranked, it doesn't matter because you don't get anything for playing except enjoyment. So I know it's hard for a lot of people out there. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And I'll see you next time. Later.